Hello, my Romance Club lovers. Long time no see. I'm glad to be here again. Thank you for your support and concern even when I was absent, so to say. Well, it's time to return to the topic, so let's discuss what is going on with Love from Outer Space and why it wasn't updated for a long time. Let's return to the July of 2021. We received 2 episodes of the second season, and that's everything we have for now. This story was postponed since the following update. The schedule that was released at September announced that Alexander is very ill, but we had no details yet. And in October, the writer Alexander Tepish decided to tell us what is going on with him. I'm not going to translate everything, you can make a screenshot and translate it if you want. I'll tell you just general facts. He has a heart condition. Alexander had been sick for a long time, and the first attack was already before Sails in the Fog was released. But he didn't pay much attention to it, considering it was just overwork or fatigue. The next hard period fell to the final season of Sails in the Fog, and that was exactly the reason why it was updated in a slow mode. After finishing Sails in the Fog, the author threw himself into the new story, but his health gave it signs that everything was absolutely not okay. The doctor then said that it was highly likely to get a heart attack within next several years if he wouldn't get treatment. After that, Alexander began to undergo a course of treatment. And there I want to quote Alexander's words about his inner statement because of this situation with him. The sudden discovery that you have a heart defect, and sooner or later, or rather sooner, you will have to change the cardiac valves, the theoretical threat of heart attack, and the fact that you are out of the blue, just without any obvious reason, can crash out of the workflow for a couple of days, pretty much knocked me down. The constantly changing mood from the fact that you are sitting down and writing, and for no reason at all, the sound turns off, ringing in your ears and twinkling in your eyes, and now you're already in bed. It's extremely difficult to return to writing after that. And when you come back, you sit tensely and think, will I finish it today? And will I be dumped in the middle of a word? From all these facts, I despair. There is no night when I don't fall asleep thinking about death. And not only nights. In general, obsessive thoughts about what will happen if I suddenly die. And how much will I have time to write and do in my life? And of course, despair from such a vital injustice. All my life I have been going to become a writer. Literally since childhood, I've only dreamed about this. And not only dreamed, but also constantly made efforts to do it. Thought and wrote all the time, but once I got this dream job, without any sarcasm, I can't work. In general, it makes you hate yourself, especially when you see how other people are waiting for your stories and chapters, and you let them down. Please forgive me, I understand your anger. Believe me, I'm angry at myself in the same way. It is really difficult to read, guys. Now, when you know such details, I want to discuss such question as, if the author is ill, why the devs don't replace him with another writer? Oh, how I want to discuss it! Leave your comments, how do you think it is better to do? And thank you Cutie Pie for your comments, it gave me a lot of motivation to create this video. First of all, the last update was in 2021, so maybe you discover facts before complaining. But it doesn't matter, it's not the point. The story Love from Outer Space was invented and designed by Alexander himself. I'm not going to devaluate the other staff role, and I consider this story is like his child, if I can say so. Romance Club is not about producing stories non-stop. I believe it's about creative possibilities for all the workers as well. That's why the devs are really worrying for their stuff and not going to replace a good writer just because he is ill. Alexander said in his post that he is grateful to his boss for support, and this fact and many other facts with other authors gave me the right to conclude that Romance Club is not only work for them, but it's something more, and I want to believe that they are like a family, where they are not going to leave the ill writer just to finish the story. Also, Alexander said that he returned to the writing. It was in March 2022. It means that we can wait for next chapters in the foreseeable future. So don't lose your hope to read your beloved story, and better wish the author good health than wait for his replacement. Without Alexander it would be another story, but I loved his story, and I would be waiting for his recovery as long as needed.